Hello and welcome to another update video about Cardano. Just want to keep it brief here. We're going to take a look at what the Bitcoin price is doing, also what Cardano is doing, and we take a look at the ADA USD and then ADABTC chart. But before we do that, we start with Bitcoin. We can see that Bitcoin, did break out of that channel. I did tell you at the point here that we could be in a ascending triangle, which it looked like to me, and we were breaking out to the upside, now retesting, and now we're finding some resistances in this resistance box range here, however you want to call it, and that's where we are, struggling to get further up at the moment, but we did some impressive price moves to the upside here. As you know, we're now facing some resistance also on the RSI here at the 70 line here on the 4-hour chart, so struggling to get a bit higher, and in my view, because of that underlying structure here, I will continue to say it, that I think sooner than later we might get another sell-off. Again, that's not guaranteed, but again, I'd be more confident if we would see a nice 1 2 3 4 5 structure here for Bitcoin based on Elliott Waves, but I can see some very strange 1 2 1 2 99% retracements down here, which are just not typical. And I mentioned that in a previous video in more detail. I don't want to go through it in detail again. I will get criticized for this view because a lot of people are just pumping Bitcoin at the moment, and no doubt, you know, I've been talking about breakouts here and we've been going up, and no doubt that you can make money from it. I'm not denying that, but I just want to create the awareness that just because we're going up here, that there could be an strong resistance coming, certainly at the all-time high, and that at that point, at the latest, we could drop down once more. And I know people continue to say that, am I blind or whatever, but I can only share my experience here and share what I can see in the charts, and it's what it is. So let's continue with Cardano. Cardano was in this triangle here, and we've been talking about that on this channel. You had this ascending trend line here coming up, which was quite an important one. Unfortunately, yesterday we broke below that. Didn't really close the daily yesterday, I think, below it, but today we are below it. There's still a chance on the daily that we can get back into this triangle, but it looks like that we've actually shifted down a little bit. So I think we can adjust the lower trend line now. We have to, the white one here of that triangle, because it looks like a bit now that we are actually forming another triangle, which is, or another trend line we have. And that is also why we are finding support here currently. So let me just adjust that a little bit. And the reason we didn't have it on the chart before is because we only had 2 touch points. When you have 2 touch points, you can't really create a trend line, but now we have 3 touch points. And it looks to me like that could be the reason. I have this starting point here, this low, and now we're finding support at the 3rd point, moving again into another apex here of a triangle. It remains to be seen if that really now provides support, but it seems to be that we are providing support here. So if we hold that level here at $2.10, $2.09, then in my view, in the next move, we'll come up again to the upside of that triangle here, which is at around 223, 224. And at some point there will be another breakout, not too far away. And we had a breakout yesterday, obviously out of that other triangle, unfortunately to the downside. But maybe that wasn't a valid one. Maybe this is rather the valid triangle now that's currently forming here. And it is still not a real breakout that we can see here, because you can see that it's not really that move that will push us out of any pattern really, also it's not a straight move to the upside or a straight move to the downside. Yes, there was a red downtrend here yesterday, pretty much as we had on the 25th of September, 26th, 27th, but maybe it is stopped now at this support level. Now, if we lose that, I did say it before, then we can drop to the 203 level, then 190, and then we could get lower to the 181 or even 145 levels, which are Fibonacci retracement levels of that main wave here. And I've been talking about that potential crash or move to the downside as well. But again, these are all assumptions and probabilities. Nothing is guaranteed to happen. Again, what people always seem to think that it's all about being right or wrong here with making predictions. No, it's not. It's about making you aware of what's happening on the charts and giving you some ideas of where it could be heading if a certain resistance or support level is broken. Because in the end, and that's what you do in trading, you have to react to the market. There are so many millions of people or thousands of millions of people trading these markets, it's impossible to predict what's going to happen really. Yes, you can make assumptions, for example, based on the Elliott Waves, and we're using them. And that's also why I think we could still here be in an ABC correction, you know, come down once more, because we haven't seen that sustainable move to the upside yet for Cardano. And in my view, also not for Bitcoin yet. At least it's not yet very convincing to me. Even though, yes, you can, of course, make money. You can also make money the way down. You can always short. You know, there's no doubt that you can make money with these smaller moves as well. But I try to explain here what I see in the charts and what is going to happen. Also to mentally prepare you for it, because the mental aspect in trading also, or investing, is very important as well. And the problem is that many people just trade without actually knowing how to trade, and that's the bigger problem in my view. You know, when we have a breakout here coming or so, and I say, you know, that's a breakout point, and you see it coming, people just jump into the trade. But if you're doing trading, for example, without stop losses, because it can always go the other way as well, then it's not really trading, is it? It's just you go in and you're not managing your risk. So it's all important to understand the fundamentals of trading as well, and I'll do my best to help sort of with that in these videos going forward as well. But I've also have my second channel, but as you know, I'm not doing this full time. I'd love to do much more, share many more of my experiences and everything, but at the moment, because I'm not doing this full time yet, at least, I'm a bit limited in what I can do here on this channel. But so far, you know, a lot of positive, good feedback, which is good. But yeah, what do I think now? As I said, if we find support here, we're certainly going to go up again, and maybe, as I said, go to the 223, 224 level. This is the breakout point here of this triangle, this descending trend line. You can put that onto your charts as well. And again, if we lose this one, which currently we are holding quite firmly, to be honest, but if we're losing it, we could come down to 203, 190, you know, 191, or even lower, as I said. Take a final look here on the hourly before we go to the ADABTC chart. You can see here how we are making lower lows, and it looks like, actually, to me at the moment, that we might have lost this lower support line here on the hourly. You can see it making lower lows, making lower lows, making lower lows, and we are currently seem to be retesting this level as resistance now, and from then on we could go down 203. That is how you can see it. You know, we had a breakout building up here, came out. Now we seem to be retesting it. If we can't get back in, and if that retest is, you know, successful from that way around, then we'll probably drop further down here to the 203 level in the next move. I'd love to see that support holding, however, but it looks like we're coming below now. But again, that's only on the hourly. It could be that we're going back in. It's just a bit of a fake out here, and we come back up. That level is currently, yeah, at the 210, 211 level. So we are currently, as you can see here, we seem to be, we can't see now. We need to wait for the next candle also, but at the moment it seems like we're going back in. So just need to see how that's developing. But yeah, I think there is still a high risk that we could come down further in the very short term. Don't get me wrong, I'm bullish on Cardano, but this is the noise that you just have to deal with in the crypto market. Many people always get upset when things like that happen, and when unpredictable things happen. And as you know, markets are just unpredictable. Not only the crypto market is unpredictable, there's manipulation happening in every market, which is why I don't so much talk about very short-term trades on this channel, because I believe many people who are watching are actually not equipped for doing short-term trades. It's more the long-term perspective, which is also why I continue to say that we could come down once more in a larger sell-off. And I know there will be a lot of negative comments in this video, but I just try to be honest and try to, you know, talk about this side of the let's call it this side of the business as well, because many people, many channels, just to get views, they're just hyping it, which is not how a serious investor should do it and treat it, in my view. Always important to understand both sides of the coin or of the crypto. So to finish the video off, we're going to take a look at the ADABTC chart. Yesterday I showed you this chart, made you aware that there could be a potential buy signal coming up here, because it doesn't happen very often that we touch this trend line here, but we're now doing it, and in the past it has been a good buy trade entry, you know, or, you know, when you do want to do dollar cost averaging or whatever, it's a good possibility now potentially, but only if we see a buy signal. At the moment I don't see the buy signal, because we have that trend line. Last few times that happened, we touched that trend line, we had a pullback to that trend line on the ADABTC chart. Yeah, we held support here and moved up. You saw green candles coming up. At the moment I can't see these green candles, and it's looking, we've got short signals everywhere, sell signals everywhere. You know, the ADX is giving us a short signal. On the MACD, it's going down, you know, and it seems like also here on the shorter term time frames that we are really going through this line, and we are now retesting it again or it actually looks like we have retested it successfully, and we're now moving down further, making lower lows here in this downtrend on the ADABTC chart. So I don't see the buy signal at the moment. I would wait until we get back above this trend line. So not looking very good. You know, we're also below these moving averages here currently, so they fall with us. And the next level I think we could come down to, which is the previous low here, is the 0.0003150 on this chart. Okay, so that's pretty much it. You know, it's just means to be patient. A lot of people getting upset, which is not good. Also, you know, being emotional, not good. There was a reason why you decided to go into Cardano, and if you believe in the project, just be a bit patient. You know, there's ups and downs in every market, and not everything always moves in predictable ways. So just be a bit patient and calm down and relax, and everything will be good in the end, I believe, you know. So yeah, hopefully you liked the video. If you did, please smash the like button, and if you want to follow me on this crypto journey, then please subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.